And her top 2016 Democratic rival, well, she's trying to help her do it. Watch this.
Tonight, I want to talk not about my emails, but about what the American people want from the next president of the United States.
Let me say something that may not be great politics, but I think the Secretary is right. And that is that the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails. Enough of the emails. Let's talk about the real issues facing America.
All right, pretty transparent. Hillary Clinton wants to live by her own set of rules. Meanwhile, average Americans, they're not so lucky. Chief Intelligence Correspondent, our good friend Catherine Herridge, is right here on a Washington set. This is really a huge double standard, a big story today.
Well, it's very important. Speaking at the press club here in Washington today, these whistleblowers said they were aggressively prosecuted under the Espionage Act for sharing information with working journalists to expose alleged government misconduct.
Powerful and politically connected individuals accused of the same and much worse conduct receive, at most, a slap on the wrist. Hillary Clinton, she got a primetime TV apologist political spin interview from President Obama himself.
Former CIA officer Jeffrey Sterling was sentenced in May to 3.5 years in prison for violating the Espionage Act for giving classified information to a New York Times reporter about Iran. Sterling was also convicted on obstruction of justice charges because a single email was missing from his account, even though the government could not show he was responsible. Also, a former senior NSA official, Thomas Drake, was indicted in 2010 under the Espionage Act for sharing information with a Baltimore Sun reporter. Nothing there was classified. Compare that to the Clinton emails, more than 400 containing classified information on her personal unsecured server. And while Mrs. Clinton's go-to explanation is that nothing she sent or received was marked classified, the Drake and Sterling cases show that's no excuse under the law.
This is a Secretary of State, one of the most targeted individuals by other intelligence agencies and entities in the world, using a private server to traffic in highly sensitive information. And no doubt, including classified information, and no doubt, information including sources and methods. But hey, I'm Secretary of State. Even Obama gave her cover.
All of the charges were eventually dropped against Drake, who pled guilty to a misdemeanor, but in the process, he lost his job, his government clearance, and his life savings on his defense, Sean.
Catherine, that is an unbelievable double standard. We already knew what had happened to David Petraeus. The allegations for Hillary are far worse, though.
They are, and based on our reporting here at Fox News, what we understand now is that the FBI is very focused on a provision of the Espionage Act. It's 18 U.S. Code 793, subsection F. And this deals with the gross negligence in the handling of classified information. So in other words, Sean, if an official has a security clearance and has this information, they act so irresponsibly that the information is compromised.
And Hillary's first statement was very clear: I never sent or received classified emails. Then it became never knowingly sent or received classified emails.
And then marked, said they were not marked. But here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what the markings are. It's the content that matters. And in these cases, these whistleblowers were prosecuted, and it was not classified or it was not marked classified. So the question is, will the law be applied in a universal way, and that there's not a double standard, sort of a law for the common guy and then a law for the politically elite like Mrs. Clinton?
Great report. The law should be applied equally. Great job.